This is the Falcon Broadcast Channel. And this is FBC.
Good morning, Lower Dauphin. Today is Wednesday, November 4th, and will you please stand for the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Welcome to the first ever broadcast of the Falcon Broadcasting Channel, formerly known as FBC, here at Lower Dauphin, centered in room 204. Our goal here as a news broadcast of the school is to bring featured news stories of the world and of the school specifically to you students. We won't be focused on just announcements like some other programs like FNN at the middle school, but also those feature stories that students are truly interested in. But we will start today with the announcements. Mini-thon committees have been posted at the nurse's office. Please do check her door and initial next to your name to accept your position. There is an informational meeting this Monday for this year's musical, The Addams Family, from 3 to 4 in the auditorium. A chess club meets today after school, and Volunteer meets tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., and the Diversity Club is holding their Diwali Festival, the Festival of Lights, next Wednesday, November 11th at 2:45 at the Anchel Apparel and Accessories on Main Street here in town. Please do see Miss Lepley if you plan to attend or if you are interested. Now we move on to the 5 things you need to know today to get your day started. Number 1. In a new Wall Street Journal and NBC News poll, Ben Carson tops the GOP field over Donald Trump, holding at 29%, Donald Trump at 23%, and Marco Rubio coming in third at 10%. In another poll in New Hampshire for the Democrats, Hillary Clinton has retaken her lead in New Hampshire over Bernie Sanders. Number 3. The United States has not ruled out terrorism as for the cause for the Russian airliner crash in the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt. Number 4, Jeb Bush, in spite of his recent low polling at 8%, is releasing a new book from his period as governor in Florida, explaining to the voters that Jeb Bush, over his Mitt Romney syndrome, is truly a real human being. And number 5, Arsenic and Old Lace is hitting the stage here at Lower Dauphin High School this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 o'clock. Be sure to pick up your tickets. You can buy tickets before and after school for $5 and at lunches as well. And you can buy tickets as well at the door. Again, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7 o'clock. So be sure to come out and support the school's play. Now, I'm sure some of you have caught wind of this story as our principal, Mr. Neuhard, is moving on, still in the district, but moving on to become Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education here for the whole Lower Dauphin School District, after 7 years here as principal at the high school. So in light of the story, we caught up with Mr. Neuhard and with faculty and staff and students around the school to try to really catch what Mr. Neuhard does here at the school and what he brings to the school as a whole. The principal's position at a school is to guide, is to administrate, facilitate, and unify a whole school body. The principal here, Mr. Neuhard, has been doing that for quite some years now, but his duties move on to the district office to continue to help Lower Dauphin as a whole school district. So with that, we took to the hallways and we asked students of Lower Dauphin, what do they think of our principal, Mr. Neuhard? What do you think Mr. Neuhard does on a daily basis?
I think Mr. Neuhard is in control of coming up with safe rules for the school and making sure that people stay out of trouble.
Paperwork, lots of paperwork. Probably, disciplining students, dress coding people.
Mr. Neuhard walks around and he patrols the lunches as far as I know.
I think he files a lot of paperwork in his office and just certifies a lot of different things and administrates as the principal of our school.
After asking students what Mr. Neuhard's job entails, we asked Mr. Neuhard himself to see what it's like being principal. Now, one of the things we've been doing here is asking students here what they think you do on a daily basis. So now we're going to ask you, what overall responsibilities do you have here at the school?
I have 2 main responsibilities. One is to the students, and the other is to the teachers. A lot of it can deal with management. My main primary job to make sure that this school runs in an orderly fashion. It's safe, it's secure, people want to be here. With teachers, I believe that I need to provide them what they need in order to get the best possible education out to the students. I could start listing things, the scheduling process. I'm in charge of all the scheduling and making sure that that runs well. Testing procedures, making sure that all the testing and various things run well. Curriculum, making sure the curriculum's up to date, all of those types of things.
Of what you do in a daily basis, you do a lot with things like the influence of technology here in the school. So of things along that nature, of changing how the school runs, what do you think has had the most impact?
The technology, I believe, is something that I think is very easy to look at and say we've implemented a one-to-one initiative this year with the 9th and 10th graders, and we're very, very excited about that. So
Just
I think
started the
that's
past couple of days here. Right?
Yes, we've been handing out computers, handed about 450 of them today. So that's a big job, because it's not just. And I've had a couple juniors and seniors saying, "Why? Like, what do they need that for?" And it's we're not just handing out computers so they have computers.
Right.
There is a philosophy there of trying to do the most we can for students to get them ready for the 21st century, to get them ready, to meet all of the challenges that they're going to face.
Through his 7 years of work here at Lower Dauphin, Mr. Neuhard has been credited for helping to create a positive and welcoming environment here at the school. So how much does Mr. Neuhard do in interaction with teachers here at the school?
Mr. Neuhard's a great administrator for that, because if you really do need help, he will stop whatever it is he's doing to come and help you out with something, regardless of what it is, whether it's something in class or with the obviously with the play or something like that. If I need some direction or some help with that.
I've been working with Mr. Neuhard for since he came, 7 years, and he's been a great man to work with and for, a great mentor to me. Learned a lot about how to treat people. I think that's probably his best asset, that he just knows how to communicate to everyone in the building.
Quite honestly, it's been a blast. He has such a great sense of humor, but he is very intelligent, and I've learned a lot from him. A lot about budget, a lot about scheduling, a lot about how to handle kids, parents, teachers. He's really good at what he does, and he's so compassionate and has a big heart.
We asked Mr. Neuhard what he thought of the school's climate.
I don't want to sound like this is me like bragging or something, but I believe our climate and culture right now in the school is great, and I think there's a ton of reasons for that. The first one that comes to mind is the community. It is when you go to a lot of other schools, and I've been involved in some other schools, and I know a lot of people that are involved in other schools. We have such a sense of community at this school, and community support, and the high school and the school district truly are the focal point of the community.
Considering his influence on school climate, some faculty, staff, and students briefly commented on Mr. Neuhard's effectiveness. If you had one word to describe Mr. Neuhard, what would it be?
Suspenders.
Mr. Neuhard is creative and hardworking.
Official.
Outgoing.
And what kind of an atmosphere does Mr. Neuhard create in the school?
It's fun, actually. He definitely, faculty meetings won't be the same without him.
So if there was one thing the school were missing, would you say it's that interaction that's the biggest thing we're losing from Mr. Neuhard?
No, I think the biggest thing we're going to lose from Mr. Neuhard is his suspenders. Because one thing that we can rely on every day when we see Mr. Neuhard is his suspenders.
We hope now, Mr. Neuhard, that you have felt welcome and appreciated, and we here at FBC, for all of Lower Dauphin, hope and wish you the best as you continue to help the Lower Dauphin School District. Now we move on to Emma Lawn to keep you updated on late news and trends. Emma?
Thanks, Frankie. In case you haven't been following the latest trending stories on Twitter, or you didn't watch the news this weekend, don't stress. I'm here to give you a quick little update of what happened over the weekend. Adele's new single, Hello, has made its way up to spot number 1 on iTunes, being the most downloaded song, passing Drake's Hotline Bling. We have waited 3 years for Adele to produce more music, and she finally answered the call. Also, over the weekend, the New York Marathon took place. Over 50,000 participants ran, and congrats to Stanley Biwat and Mary Kiani for being the first male and female to finish the race. November 1st marked the ending of daylight savings, so hopefully everyone remembered to turn their clocks back an hour. November 1st also marks the first day of No Shave November, so good luck to men and boys all across the world. Thank you.
So we hope you enjoyed our first ever broadcast. For all of us here in Studio 204, I'm Frankie Vernowski. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.